On today's show, we have a special interview with 2008 Nobel Peace Prize winner Martti Ahtisarri. The former president of Finland has worked for over 30 years to settle disputes around the world, most notably in Namibia, where he helped the country transition into independence after years of conflict with South Africa. Today we have the pleasure to speak to him ourselves.
Hello, Mr. Ahtisarri. What inspired you to first become involved with foreign affairs?
Well, when I was very young, my hometown, Viipuri, Finland, was invaded and taken over by the Soviet Union. My mother and I were displaced until we had to find a new home. We didn't have a home for quite a while. This experience motivated me to make the world a more peaceful place. After I graduated from the University of Oulu in 1956, I began my career in the government.
You have worked tirelessly to negotiate conflicts and create solutions for them. What are the most common problems you focus on settling?
Every situation is unique in its own way, but most of the issues are between two countries or two groups. In Ethiopia, there's a border dispute, and in Indonesia, I was facilitating a peace process. In Kosovo, I had to put in place a plan in order to determine the future status of this country. Each situation is different, but I work to implement peace in areas of trouble.
Dealing with disputes must be mentally exhausting. Was there ever a time that you thought you couldn't figure out or settle a dispute?
No, I firmly believe that there's an answer to every single problem. I think that it's a disgrace for the international community that we have allowed so many conflicts to become frozen, and we are not making any real serious effort to solve them.
How would you suggest that these conflicts be resolved, and what are the strategies that you would use to help countries agree upon a solution?
I think each group has to be willing to help the problem. Then they have to be willing to cooperate. As a negotiator, I always choose the colleagues I work with because we all have to work together.
What would you consider your greatest accomplishment to be?
The highlight of my career would probably be my work in Namibia.
How did your work play out here?
I worked in Namibia for 13 years and helped them gain their independence after their violent struggle with South Africa.
The Nobel Peace Prize is a huge accomplishment. How do you think being given this award will affect your work?
I want to secure the fundings for the Crisis Management Initiative so we can do much more than we already have done. It will definitely reinforce my work in Kosovo also.
Thank you very much for your time and your answers. You are truly an aspiration for all people to follow.
Thank you.
Today, Mr. Ahtisarri remains chairman of the board of the Crisis Management Initiative and participates in several non-governmental organizations. Mr. Ahtisarri is also the chairman of the Independent Commission on Turkey and is evaluating Turkey's possible acceptance into the European Union.